yeah, I was really thinking, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'd done DMT, maybe 5 or 6 times, and also had maybe quite a few, maybe like 50 ayahuasca ceremonies in my life. And so I had a sense of it, but also absolutely no idea. And yeah, what really motivated me, and I think many of us, was just the curiosity of like, what is going to happen? What is this going to be like? And the excitement of, it did feel like quite, the image that kept coming to me when I was doing it was like, this kind of feels like being an astronaut, except going into the inner space. And I really went for it. I really treated it like that. I had like a training regime, which was mental instead of physical. I worked with a great coach who specializes in non-ordinary states called Trish Blaine. And we did like weekly sessions, like integrated the sessions with her. I practiced really specifically, like I stopped drinking. You were allowed to drink alcohol. You weren't allowed to take any other drugs. So I stopped drinking alcohol, and, was, focusing on my fitness, on my health. And part of what I was training for was inspired by Terence McKenna, psychedelic philosopher. And he used to say of normal DMT that he got this message during it from some entities that kept saying, don't give way to amazement, right? To like hold yourself together while all of this intensity is going on around you. So that kind of became a mantra for me. And I was like, okay, I want to be able to not give way to amazement. And that was really helpful, actually, because the first few minutes when they inject it are like smoking DMT, where it's incredible. You go from 0 to 1,000 miles an hour within a second. Like there's no gap. As soon as it hits your bloodstream, you're in the deepest trip you've ever been in your life, but there was no buildup. You're just there.
Wow.
So that required, and all of I know from the heart rate data that they've done a pre-release already of the data from the dose finding study. And all of us, our heart rates shot up like really intensely for those first 2 or 3 minutes, and then dipped down into a kind of steady, normal rate. Because subjectively, we were all sort of acclimatizing. Certainly I really felt like, okay, initial rush, and then I'm in this other reality, and I'm with DMT, with NN-DMT, and there's 2 different types. We can maybe talk about that. But with this particular molecule, generally the experience is one where you retain your agency, like you know who you are, you know what's happening. You might, well, you don't necessarily know what's happening, and that's maybe like a bit of a stretch, but you certainly know that like it's relational. That's what Rick Strassman refers to it as, like you're relating to the experience, as opposed to say like a Buddhist nothingness experience where all is one and you're just melding into the universe. That's more the experience people get with 5-MeO DMT. So yeah, with that in mind, like the more you train, the better you are at navigating the space.
Thank you for checking out this clip. If you want to see the full episode, you can do so by going up here. I hope you have a wonderful day.